Welcome back, adventurers! I'm at Disney's Animal Kingdom, and today, before it rains, we're gonna go ride Kilimanjaro safaris. As you can see, as I look around, as a cast member, not too many people here at Disney's Animal Kingdom, but I'm here. It's time to go ride Kilimanjaro safaris. You know, in my last video, I went on Flight of Passage in Pandora, and it was awesome. Short wait, went on twice in a row. Did a video on that, so I'll upload that so you can watch that if you want to see the whole ride and a little bit about what it looks like during this social distancing era we're in. So come along for Kilimanjaro safaris. This is Lucas TV Adventures. As you can see, it is a 20-minute standby wait. Let's give it a shot. Here we are. That was about a less than 10-minute wait.
How many?
One.
Row three.
Thank you. Alrighty. You can see the little dividers that they've got on row 3.
Asante Sana Warden, as we say here in Harambe, friends, Twende, which means let's go. Jumbo everyone, my name is Bailey. I will be your safari guide as we take our journey through the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. It is to help them blend in with vegetation and things, help them survive out there in the wild. Let's see what's hiding out here for us. Do you see a couple animals right there on the right? That dark animal with the zebra striped looking legs, that is the okapi. The okapi would kind of look like it could be related to a zebra, by the way. Its legs are striped, but it's actually related to the giraffe. Has a very similar face shape and very similar long tongue, just like a giraffe. Helps them reach into trees for leaves and things. On the left, we see some orange animals on top of the hill with horns. Those are bongos. There's a few more up ahead here, too. Bongos are considered the ghosts of the forest. They're usually really hard to find, so that's cool that we're finding some today. Both male and female bongos have those very heavy-duty horns on their heads. They'll help them not to get tangled while going through the underbrush. The saddle-billed stork. It gets its name from that yellow saddle-shaped marking on its beak that you can see really well right now. They can actually stand at about 5 feet tall. And you can tell the male from the female by their eye colors. Males head to the next area of the reserve, which will be the Sauteed River. Usually over here, we can find animals either in or around the water. So let's see what's over here today. Behind our right shoulder a little bit, there's a Nile Hippo out of the water. I love seeing them out of the water. They are usually in the water though, since they can hold their breath up to 8 minutes at a time underwater. They're big guys too. They're born at about 85 pounds and they can get up to about 5,500 pounds. On the lens, they get their name from the pink color that comes up on their backs during mating season, and their wingspans can get up to about 7 to 9 feet wide. That's just about the width of the canopy above your heads on the truck. On the left edge, if you did not get to see that first Nile Hippo that well, there's another one in the water here. You can see that one pretty well, even though it's in the water. Up here on the left, check out these Nile Crocodiles. These guys can get up to about 16 feet long. They can weigh about 300 to 400 pounds, and in a single meal, they can eat up to half their body weight if they choose. It's also called the upside down tree because the top kind of looks like roots. And it'll be leafless like that up to 9 months out of the year. As we're heading into the savannah, we usually can find some pretty cool animals out here. Might be able to find giraffes, maybe elephants, maybe lions. Lots of cool animals on the whole reserve. Guys, on our left, these are the African wild dogs. They are also called the painted dogs because it looks like on their coats they've been finger painted. They each have their own unique coat. That's how they tell each other apart. And they have very long legs, so they can run for a while and not get tired too quickly. It's actually how they catch their prey. They kind of beat them by exhaustion. One of the ways they communicate is with a really, really cute high-pitched chirping sound. Coming up over here on our left, we're going to see a couple different kinds of animals. Just past that bush, the really dark brown animals, those guys are sable antelopes. The sable antelope is actually the symbol for the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. They're kind of famous around here. The tan one way in the back there on the left, that is a Patterson's eland. That is a female. She does have horns, and she can actually jump about 8 feet high from a standstill position. These gray animals on our left, this is a herd of white bearded wildebeests. They learn how to run within about 15 minutes of being born. And about 1.5 million of them will migrate each year. Those guys will actually sleep in rows too. That will give them enough room around them to get up and run to protect themselves in the night if they have to. Well, actually, it looks like there might be 2 total of the babies, because one went hiding in the bushes, but one is just along the path up there on the right. That's another baby zebra. We will be able to tell that these are Hartman's mountain zebras because they have very thick stripes on their hind quarter, no stripes on their bellies, and very small hooves that help them climb on mountains easily. The little guys on the right are Springboks. Those little guys are full grown at about 3 feet tall. They get their name because when they're frightened, they will spring or leap about 6 feet high repeatedly. These guys with the really big horns on our right are Ankole cattle. Those horns would look very heavy on their heads, but they're actually very light. Those big horns have more of a honeycomb-like structure on the inside, so they're almost hollow. And those horns, tip to tip, are about 5 to 6 feet. Coming up on our right side, very close view of these guys here, these giraffes, of course. Tallest animals in the world. They can get up to about 20 feet tall. Even when they're born already at about 6 feet tall. See those very jagged spots on their coats there? That shows us that they are Maasai giraffes. Very cool view. On our left side, we're going to see at least one more giraffe. They're just kind of hanging out right now. They only sleep about 30 minutes a day, really, so most of the time they're going to be eating or looking for a snack. They eat about 20 hours a day. On the grass back there, see those mandrills? The mandrill's the same kind of animal as Rafiki in The Lion King. They have those bright red and blue colors on their faces that get brighter as they get more excited. They also have little pockets on the inside of their mouths to hold food for later. Of course, on the right, we can find that African elephant over there. Flapping its ears a bit, they do that to get cool air to all the blood vessels on the back of their ears. Helps them circulate a cooler body temperature. They also have some dust on their back right there. Elephants will use their trunks to throw dirt, mud, sand, even hay on their heads and backs. That will work as a natural form of sunscreen to protect their very sensitive skin in the hot sun. Let's get one more peek at that guy on the right. Oh, he's waving. They're very smart animals. One of the smartest animals out there. That's how he waves. He's very cute. And those guys are also very social animals. Footprints over here. And on the right, there are tusk marks in the clay. That's because elephants like to eat red clay. It'll serve as a mineral for them. It's just like how we take multivitamins for our minerals. The tusks that these elephants have, they are very strong. They're made of ivory, called a flamboyance. We know that these are greater flamingos because they are the largest of flamingos. They're also the lightest colored pink flamingos. They'll get their pink color from beta carotene in their diet. That'll be found in things like brine shrimp and other little creatures they eat. Now let's see what else we can find. There is a mud wallow over here. That's usually a good sign that rhinos could be nearby. Rhinos like to roll around in the mud, especially on hot days. It helps them stay cool, but also it just makes them look like big puppies in the mud. It looks like they were rolling around in the mud for sure not too long ago. Now, those are white rhinos. They get their name from the African word vite, which means wide, not white like it would sound. It refers to their very wide mouth shape. You see on that second tallest rock up there? That is a male lion, of course. We can tell it's a male because of his mane. His mane alone can weigh about 40 pounds. So he likes the cool weather the most. He likes the rain. Also seeing this little guy here. This is a water buck right next to us on the hill. That's actually a female water buck since she does not have horns. Water bucks will use water as a defense tool. They go into the water if a predator's chasing after them and try to use water as a force field. Seeing that female lion on the left there too. Let's get around so we can try to see a better view of those lions. Oh, if you listen really closely. Maybe she's about to roar. Let's go to the other side. There's the other female on the left there on top of the rocks. She's resting there. Oh, she's roaring over here. Listen really carefully. Maybe take a video. Hear the male roaring too. Pretty good timing. That roar is so powerful it can be heard up to 5 miles away. Usually they're roaring in the burrows are pulling in. The two up here, they are too cute, aren't they? Now see how the one that was in the burrow was backed in? They actually do that on purpose. They try to keep their tusks out to look intimidating so no one will approach them since they are very territorial animals. I think we will get to see those white rhinos once more up here on our right side. There they are. That is a group of rhinos, so that is called a crash. I did not see ostriches around, but I do see ostrich eggs on the right here next to that little brown animal with horns. That brown animal is a bontebok. In the 19th century, there were only 17 of those bonteboks left in the whole world. There was one farmer in Africa that accidentally fenced in a couple bonteboks, and it saved them from extinction. To say Asante Sana, which means thank you. So Asante Sana for joining me today, everyone. I hope you did enjoy everything you got to see with me out there today. If you guys want to see these animals again, maybe see them doing something different or even a different animal, come back again later for another safari. No two safaris are ever the same. These are very wild animals. They do pretty much whatever they want, whenever they want. So it is pretty cool to see what else they're up to at different times of the day. If you guys want to be able to help out any of the animals that we saw out there today or other animals out there, simply recycling does so much more than we realize for these animals. Even just conserving our paper use and using it as responsibly as possible helps all animals out there. They all rely on things like trees, leaves, plants, all that good stuff as either their food or their home, so that could help animals to a great extent. If you guys would like to learn more about the Disney Conservation Fund, it is a non-profit organization that meets donations made to it, dollar for dollar, which is awesome. You guys can learn more or donate if you would like to at any merchandise location here in the park. Since 1995, when the Disney Conservation Fund started, it's raised over $86 million. All that money has been granted directly to projects that help protect and support animals, like the ones that we saw out there today and others, of course. Now we are going to be taking a little bit of a detour past some of these docks here, friends. We're going to be dropping you guys off at the same dock that I picked you up at. So bear with me as we hang out for a little bit extra time together.